Aquarius, and welcome to your reading. This is a reading for all those who have an Aquarius sun sign, Aquarius moon sign, Aquarius ascendant. We're taking a look at your current energies and see how this energy and this reading connects with a situation that you're dealing with, something on your mind, something happened, and see how it connects with this reading. We will start your reading, Aquarius, by taking a look at your past. What's been happening with you of late? What is going to be the baseline for your reading? Six of Swords, moving away from some difficult situation, right? And in your present, you have Nine of Wands, and now you're waiting. You've left something, you've moved away from something, but currently you are in that waiting phase, for to see where you are going from here. Some of you could also feel a little weary and exhausted, dealing with that situation which seemed to be quite heavy and rather unpleasant, took a toll on you, mental energy, physical energy as well. So some of you could be, just taking that, you've moved away and you're just waiting for some more clarity to come so that the situation can wind up. The situation hasn't closed, it's not got closure yet, Aquarius. So you're looking at that closure and you're waiting for, more probably information to come your way or more signs to come your way before, finally the chapter gets over, right? And what's your obstacle now? Seven of Swords. So yes, things are not very clear. Maybe you do hear a little bit of, you get your information in a very roundabout manner. Okay, it's probably there's a grapevine through which you get some information, hearsay. Maybe you're looking up somebody's social media, tapping into their energy to see what is happening on the other side. Okay, the Seven of Swords is a card of gossip. It's all about things happening behind one's back. So yes, and for some of you, maybe it's things are happening for you regarding which you're not aware of. Maybe some of you have come into some kind of knowledge that yes, these things were happening behind your back. I would like to clarify what the Seven of Swords is. Five of Pentacles. Okay, Five of Pentacles, and so what I'm getting is that you've been left out in the cold. You have moved away from something, and you are you're probably turning, you yourself, Aquarius, could be tapping into sources of information to tell you what is happening with situations you have moved away from. All right, maybe there is a situation where you have moved on. Like I said, it's not over, but news comes your way, or you try and make an effort to find out what's happening now that you have moved away from there. Okay, and so yes, because Five of Pentacles is a card of being on your own. Not a very happy card, but basic energy is that you're not part of something, you're on your own, you're a little independent, and you're cut off from maybe the group, be it family, be it work, be it friends, social circle, community, whatever it is, Aquarius. You have disconnected, you have moved away, but you are keeping an eye on that. Some information regarding those people still comes your way, or you go searching for it, right? And that is all, like I said, grapevine, the hearsay and things like that. You just come across the information, whether it's true or not is another thing, but you are in touch with, and you do know what is happening over there. Okay, now you are not sure, whether to, now you really need to make a choice, Aquarius, whether you want to be part of it, you want to continue, this kind of activity, I would say surreptitious activity of keeping tabs on what's happening, while you have moved on. And you really need to decide, do you want to keep spending your time just checking on people, you've parted ways with, or you just want to wrap this up for good and move away. Like I said, the Nine of Wands, it's not yet over, so probably your cords are still attached to those. You still have an interest, you still have a desire to know what's happening over there. So Two of Wands is it would be a good idea for you to just make up your mind and decide whether you genuinely want to move away, or you still want to keep in touch with them to know what's happening with them. And what is it that you need to do? Yeah, do what makes you happy. do what makes you happy, do what gives you clarity. So if you really feel that yes, I do like to connect with them, I still like to know what's happening with them and things like that, be clear with that, and do whatever you need to do for that. And if you feel that that was not worth your time and effort, and I think I should just move away, a lot of time and energy goes in keeping tabs, and spending your time and effort in keeping a check on what's happening. So it's about time you choose what makes you happy. You still like to connect with them, no harm, probably just go back and do go back if you want to, if that makes you happy. You feel a little left out in the cold, that you're not part of them, whatever happened, that you decided to move away. Maybe this was for some of you, it could be just a temporary thing, that you said, all right, for a few days I don't think I want to connect with them. But even when you have decided that for a few days you want to disconnect with them, you don't want to be part of them, you don't want to talk to them. I just got a cough, so that's about speaking and conversing. So maybe you've decided on your own that for a few days I don't want to connect with them, but you do check your WhatsApp group, what's happening over there. You might not be an active participant, but just checking that WhatsApp group, the Instagram, social media, or connecting with friends who give you information about them. So you do feel that you need to make a choice, that was that group really important, did I feel happy, did I feel good, should I reignite my connection with them, should I start all over again, or should I just move away? That's the choice you need to do, but do what makes you happy. So if you feel that yes, these people really contributed to you, and see at the bottom of the deck I just happen to see Two of Cups. I think this is something you feel connected with, this is a group you feel connected with, Aquarius, right? And I think that is why you keep going back and seeing what's happening with them. If it was something really terrible and awful, you wouldn't want to look back, right? So I think maybe just it was something, some small thing maybe, right? So what's your guidance? Six of Pentacles. Yeah, this needs to be a little give and take. I think in all probability, Aquarius, you are quite keen on, you do know that you have some kind of connect with them, right? You don't feel very happy being disconnected, which is the Five of Pentacles. Like I said, it's a card of being on your own, but you don't like to be on your own. You feel left out in the cold when you're not part of that group, right? So yes, and I saw the Two of Cups over there. They are part of your kindred souls. You all connect very well with each other. So maybe a little rift happened, and it would be a good idea to go ahead and try and patch up, and just understand that sometimes these things do happen. But I think for all of you, you're quite likely to go back and reconnect with that group. What's coming up? Three of Wands. Yeah, you're waiting and looking at probably an opportune time where you can go back, right? And you're probably just seeing what would be a right way, what would be the right time when I can go back to them, probably planning that out a little. What's your final outcome? The Prince of Pentacles, right? So yes, this is the Knight of Pentacles. You want to move, you want to reconnect, you feel like going back, but this time I think you'll plan it out very carefully and move ahead and proceed with it in a very logical, practical, and a slow, steady manner. I mean, you do want to go back, you do want to reconnect, you are looking at that, but you're taking your time with it. But I think all of you have you feel you want to go back to them. So whatever little happened, you're trying to looking at ways and means of patching up, but doing it slowly and a little taking your own time with it. Okay, but I do see quite a few of you wanting to go back. What's your guidance? Woman holding a heart. Yes, do tune into your feelings, Aquarius. Yeah, it would be a good idea to see what makes you happy. Like the Sun card came out over here, right? It's all about happiness, what makes your heart happy and joyous. So yeah, do check how you feel when you're with them and when you're without them. Compare the two and get a sense of, and get your own balance. It always happens in relationships, there has to be an equal give and take, and sometimes when we that is what you're being guided to do, that bring about a balance in the situation. Six of Pentacles is also about balance, right? Check with your heart, and if you feel that this particular group or these people they just bring some kind of balance in you, you feel happy with them, do get that balance for yourself. Your own inner balance might be askew now that you have disconnected from them, right? And that is why your heart keeps going back to them. Yeah. So some of you might feel that things might flare up, when you try and, go back over there, but it's all right. It happens with people, it happens in relationships. All these things are part and parcel of this entire thing. So take your time, just see how, if you would want to, execute a particular way of, reconnecting or whatever. But you will need to address a few things because of which, this kind of distance happened, or maybe the rift happened, or you decided to break away. So now when you go back, it's quite possible that people would like to ask you questions, right? And you need to be very clear about. So that is the storm warning card. It says that issues are going to be raised, things are likely to come up. But if you feel that they really matter to you, they really make you happy, I think, a good idea would be to, speak from your heart, to be honest with your feelings. And that is how the balance will come back into your group and in with these people concerned, right? So don't let this deter you, Aquarius. Probably, you really need to clear up the misunderstanding as well. So maybe there was a misunderstanding because, a storm warning is more of, the the air, being, being rustled up, right? And which is thoughts. So maybe, your thoughts, communications, all of it will come in the scanner. Who said what? Why did you say that? That kind of thing. So those kind of conversations are quite likely to be part of your, when, probably you get back with them. And that's okay. Like the storm says, it does clear up the air. So all of that clearing would be required. But do, focus on your feelings, and do see that, you really need to bring a balance in this situation. So you might have moved away, uh, you know um, not sure whether you want to disconnect or reconnect, but all of you are looking at reconnecting with them. They mean quite a lot to you. You want to bring that balance back in your relationships, then you'll need to go through this little bit, right? So I'll wrap up your reading with that, Aquarius. Thank you for watching.